I don't know if you noticed this. During the first drive of the Rams-Saints game, there was a moment where suddenly the camera went off the field and just showed a shot out of nowhere of the Superdome. And at the time, I had no idea what was happening. I thought, like, are aliens invading? And then it was right back, during the game again, something I had never seen. It turns out that Fox was actually trying to save us from seeing Saints wide receiver Michael Thomas's butt, that his pants were being pulled down, and then someone, cut to a different shot so that America would not have to see Michael Thomas's butt.
See, this is why they call it the No Fun League, all right? You tune into games, you want to see Michael Thomas's butt. You want to see somebody's butt. You know what I mean? If it's butt, it's like if you take your helmet off on the field, you're getting a flag. But if your helmet gets knocked off, it's all in good fun. You know, that's like the best plays.
Yeah.
So I think if you moon someone on the field, it should be a flag. But if you just get your pants pulled down in the line of duty, then everyone should be able to enjoy that. And secondly, is there someone whose job it is? Like, this has happened like twice in the history of the NFL, that someone's job is just like, we're about to see some butt.
Well, whoever it is, they should get a raise because, they were on top of things. It was barely getting pulled down. Like, you saw like a half a crack or whatever, and they were on another shot. So he or she is on top of it.
Do you think Michael Thomas planned this? Do you think it was kind of like T.O. and the Sharpie?
I think even when Michael Thomas parked that cell phone for his touchdown celebration this week. It's just like another wide receiver looking for attention. Is this such a big problem, by the way, that it is someone's job? I just mean like this doesn't happen too often.
They were so quick with it that it must be like not only someone's job, but like a real fear at the NFL that you're going to see someone's butt. Maybe it's still a fallback off from the Janet Jackson thing. Do you think if it was a white player, they wouldn't have cut away? They would have zoomed in?
It was racist?
Do you think they would? I think they would have zoomed in on his butt if it was a white player. I'm going to say it right now. The NFL's racist.
I think it's Timberlake's fault.
No.
Tim Posey's.
Come on.
Tim Posey's guy.
Probably.
Who doesn't want? Who wouldn't want it? Like, wouldn't you want to see? Like, wouldn't the chance of like you continuing to watch go up slightly if you had a chance to just randomly see Michael Thomas's butt every game?
It's the only reason I watch football. Is try to see a player's butt going over the middle.
It is one of the reasons that the NFL is more popular than other sports. Women love it. Men love it. Like, everyone loves it.
Well, except for the NBA, the No Butt Association. I want to. You should be able to see his butt. If you buy a ticket, if I'm in that invested, I've been following the teams all year, and they pull his pants down. No one even asked him afterwards, like, why don't you wear underwear on the field? You're just gonna free ball under your pads, which is insane. You should get to see full butt. Speaking of butt, this next story.
Also in football, where Tiki Barber crawled out of wherever he's been hiding and made his Broadway debut this week in Kinky Boots.
Yeah, it's just I don't know what Kinky Boots is. I've heard the name. I haven't seen
It's been around a long time.
Yeah, I've only seen one Broadway show, I think, in the past 20 years, and that was the South Park guys, Book of Mormon.
Yeah,
which I enjoyed, but I cannot stand musicals otherwise. Hamilton, get the fuck out of here with Hamilton.
You never saw it, though. Maybe you would like it.
No, but I've heard the soundtrack, and I'm just like, oh my God, I can't believe anyone says this is hip hop or rap or anything. It disgusts me, and I hear it's historically inaccurate. But Tiki Barber made his Broadway debut in Kinky Boots. And, like, listen, I just want to talk about this story because of how far Tiki Barber has fallen. This is a guy who was the starting running back for the New York Giants when they were a real team and retired in his prime to pursue other things. He's like, life is more than football. Afterwards, the Giants won not one but 2 Super Bowls.
Immediately afterwards. Not only that, but he antagonized Tom Coughlin so aggressively during his last season in the NFL, saying he didn't, like Tom Coughlin, that he was kind of shunned during this whole Super Bowl run. Like, they didn't even want to, acknowledge that he was this former great player.
Yeah, they hated him, and as soon as he left, everyone on the Giants won a ring, and then he went with Today's Show, Good Morning America.
Today's Show and Football Night in America. Yeah,
had this big like blitz. And I remember the quote being like, "You know what? Someday they're going to point to him and be like, he used to play football." And then within a year, a camera would not go anywhere near him. He totally bombed out of Good Morning America. He was a jerk on that show.
Yes.
Bombed out of the Today Show. Never got going in anything else. Nobody wanted to see him. and the Giants just took off. And now Michael Strahan, he's like the anti-Michael Strahan, because Strahan retired after winning a couple Super Bowls and then has been a god on morning television, has made all the money. The Tiki Barber's got to be completely miserable.
I feel like there is a movie to be made here that Michael Strahan essentially took Tiki Barber's life, the life that he wanted, and left Barber in ruins because they were huge rivals while they were on the team. Like, they famously went after each other in the media. At one point, Barber was kind of saying that Strahan should be quiet and not ask for more money, and like the media and the fans all took Tiki Barber's side. Like, it's some sort of Shakespearean stuff that it all, like, Strahan had all this ugly divorce stuff in the papers, but in the end, it was Tiki Barber who ended up kind of being like this tabloid fodder because he left his pregnant wife for a Today Show intern. I'm doing some research for this show. I've done research here.
I'm still stuck on you saying it's Shakespearean.
I'm just saying,
that's not the right.
It's if you told me that Strahan, like, that this was all of his plan the entire time, was like setting Tiki Barber up to fail, and then he was gonna go out in a Super Bowl, and then he was gonna have the career Barber had, like, because Tiki Barber had talked shit to him back in 2002 about his divorce and contract, like, that wouldn't surprise me.
What would you rather have? Would you rather have a like a long-lasting and prolific career in television, or a twin brother, identical twin brother? What's better?
I would take the career.
I would take the brother.
You take Rondé?
I would love an identical twin brother.
I wanted to get back to the research I was doing here, because when this internship scandal happened, that it turned out he was cheating on his wife with like a 23-year-old, like, tall blonde intern from wherever he was working broadcasting.
Who, Strahan or
Tiki Barber? Tiki Barber. He was quoted very unapologetic, totally about it, saying that it was like a reverse Anne Frank thing, because he was hooking up with this intern in the attic of her parents' house.
And he called it a reverse Anne Frank?
He called it a reverse Anne Frank. And I was like, I can't believe I didn't hear about this sooner. And that apparently was also bad PR for him, too.
Yeah.
Let's go to, let's talk a little Patriots, shall we?
Yeah, the only thing I like about the Patriots is this.
Donald Trump, our president, congratulated the Patriots after their AFC Championship game on Twitter, but he did not say anything about the Rams.
No, Donald Trump doesn't know anything about football. He likes the Patriots because the Patriots like Trump. Belichick, 100% for sure, voted for Trump. Kraft, 100% sure, voted for Trump. Tom Brady, 100%, there's no doubt, voted for Trump. Belichick wrote him a letter after he won. He wrote the president a letter. Tom Brady had the Make America Great Again hat in his locker and was like, I don't know, I think it'd be cool. It'd be fun if he was.
That was way before.
That
he's tried to distance himself.
He's tried to, and he's failed because he's not distant. Because he's right in there. He loves him. Tom Brady wishes he could kiss Donald Trump. I think if Robert Kraft, Tom Brady, and Bill Belichick could get Donald Trump into a closet, it would be the best 7 minutes in heaven of all time. That's why I love that, as successful as they are, they'll be remembered as the players who, when Colin Kaepernick and all these players were trying to go and make things better for black people in this country and minorities in this country, the way Martin Luther King would have wanted, you got Brady, Kraft, and Belichick on the other side pushing as hard as they can to keep the status quo right where it is. I don't know how you can even root for them. Pat the Patriot voted for Trump. I don't like to get political, but these guys did it for me. Robert Kraft gave Vladimir Putin a Super Bowl ring. Collusion.
Putin took it.
Collusion. That's what Kraft says now. He's trying to distance himself. No, they are in the tank. Belichick, Kraft, and Tom Brady are like my parents.
Brady didn't show up to the White House when Trump had him there, and people were all
as a PR move
worked up about that.
He probably showed up later on that night to just hang out and eat KFC. Your quarterback's a joke.